Hi and welcome to my video series. My name's Therese Hoyle. I've written 101 playground games, 101 wet playtime games and activities, and I'm here today to talk to you about something that's really close to my heart. I really feel that so often we just have to work on our mindset. Life isn't always easy, it gets a little tough at times. And I was thinking back recently to a time when I was on my way to live in New Zealand, and I moved from London, South London, where I had a really successful training and consulting business, to a tiny town of about 10,000 people called Queenstown in New Zealand. I was really at the time excited to be moving there, and my partner and I had a 4-year-old daughter, and we just thought it was a wonderful place to bring her up. There'd been various attacks in London, and we just thought it would be fresh, exciting, and really safe. So we set up home. I really didn't anticipate how hard it was going to be moving from London, where there was so much going on, and having this big national business. However, I just thought, I could be a mother too, so that was also exciting, and spend a bit more time at home. Anyway, I hated it. I really, really didn't like not working and found it incredibly challenging. I also, in this town of 10,000 and New Zealand being such a small country, which I hadn't quite got my head around, I also started to feel quite concerned about how was I going to build this national business. For me, it was a 3-hour journey by plane to get to Auckland. It was a 3-hour journey by car to get to Dunedin, which was the nearest city, and it was a hour's plane journey to Christchurch. So in my head, it wasn't exactly going to be easy. And I was lucky enough at some point to come across the book by Mark Victor Hansen, whose work I'd always really enjoyed, and he wrote a book called The 1 Minute Millionaire. So I started to use this affirmation, which was, I am connected to enough people to manifest my heart's desire. At that point, I knew nobody. I'd made a few friends, but really I knew nobody. I was in this completely new country, a million miles from the UK, and I really, really thought, how the heck am I going to do this? So I pinned it on the shower, I put it everywhere around the house. I am connected to enough people to manifest my heart's desire. And I still got it in my head today. And from then on, I started, there's something called the reticular activating system in our brain. When we start to focus on something, it drives us, and we hook into it. So if I say to you, don't think about pink elephants, that's what you see. So that reticular activating started to hook into being connected to people. And so I am connected to enough people to manifest my heart's desire. So I was putting out my services to schools, my circle time programs, my positive playtime programs. I'd spoken to the head teacher there were only 2 schools, primary schools in Queenstown. So I'd spoken to those head teachers, and the head teacher of my daughter's school actually said, why don't you come and speak? There's a conference locally, come and speak at that conference. So I took a group of children from her school and ran a workshop in the conference. And sure enough, I started to be connected to enough people to manifest my heart's desire. I met the wonderful Karen Boys in New Zealand from Spectrum Education, and she agreed to host me running workshops around the country. Plus, after that workshop, I then had a wonderful email from a lady from a school up in the north of New Zealand, in the North Island, and Lynn wanted me to run a lead teacher training program with schools in her region, which was very, very exciting. And the rest is history. After that, the schools were featured in the New Zealand Education Gazette, and I went on to travel and work nationally around New Zealand, and my business grew and grew and grew. So the moral of the story really is that if we put the right thoughts into our heads and we use affirmations, they really can work, and it is about our mindset and our self-belief. So my wish for you today and this week is for you to focus on creating some affirmations that can really work for you. The ones I really love from Mark Victor Hansel are the ones that say, today I am enough. I'm going to read them to you. Today I am enough. I am smart enough, wise enough, clever enough, resourceful enough, able enough, confident enough. I'm connected to enough people to accomplish my heart's desire. I have enough to pull off magic and miracles. Enough is all I need. Enough is all I have. I have more than enough. And we live in a world where we often don't feel enough, so it's a really, really powerful set of affirmations. If you'd like to get hold of that, please email me or download it from my website. Wishing you a fabulous week and day, and looking forward to speaking to you really soon. Thank you. Bye bye.